Good morning, Bold Confidence friends. Thank you for being here. I'm super excited to start talking about confidence body. Like Bold Confidence is all about our inner confidence. I feel like Bold Confidence is a lot about letting go of our past, looking towards our future, looking at who we can become versus how we've been and who we have been, and controlling the things that we can control. So good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here, guys. I'm super excited about Friday Talk. We are going to jump in and talk about our bodies and confidence within ourselves and our bodies, right? So good morning, Joanne. Thank you for being here. I think I saw you on Clubhouse. We have to connect on there and collaborate. That would be so much fun. So good morning, everybody. As you come on, please be involved. So Joanne is new. So let me explain. Coffee Talk, I come on here live every Friday at 8 a.m. Except for today, it might be a few minutes late. But for the most part, you can count on me being here at 8 o'clock or just roughly a couple minutes after. And we are always talking about, it's not like a training or a coaching session. I want this experience to be like you and I are having coffee together. We're just chit-chatting, having coffee and a conversation. And I'm going to, of course, offer some tips and helpful things in this live, but I just want it to be casual. So any input, any questions, please put it here in the comments. So if you're new, tell me that you're new. Say hello, I'm new. We want to welcome you as a community. And if you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay and let us know if you're new. And if you're a regular, put regular. I'm a regular, right? I'm a proud, bold, confident regular. Tabitha's one. Tabitha, good morning. Thanks for being here. Today's topic is going to be so much fun, Tabitha. It's about body talk. So as we're going through this coffee talk, just reminders all about casual conversation and us girls just having coffee together, talking. And for the last several weeks, I've been talking about your power word. Everybody contributed and gave me their power word for 2021. And each week, you may have to go back. There were some really good lives about power words, like intention. We did all sorts of power words, right? So let's dive into body talk, because this is kind of a direction that I'm taking Bold Confidence in. I want us to be bold and confident women. And 3 years ago when I created this group, I was at a low key in my life. I had no confidence, and I knew there had to have been more women out there like me that needed confidence in her life. And in the last 3 or 4 years, I've really been working on it, and everything now feels amazing. But it started with me believing in myself, and it started with me drawing the line and asking myself, what were those things I'm going to be changing about my mind and my body? Because I was on a mission before I turned 50, that when I turned 50, I would have the best mind and body that I could have, not a 25-year-old body. And I sure as heck wasn't trying to be skinny. I just wanted my best mental space and body for myself, right? I wanted to build my empire, make money, feel confident, and start my career with, I've always wanted to know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And so now I'm diving into that, and I'm helping a community of women with confidence. So let's dive in. I have notes, so you might see me looking down. How are you guys doing this morning? Are you enjoying your coffee? Are you enjoying Friday? Looks like it started gloomy. I've already got one workout in today and just got back from the gym, threw on a little bit of makeup, and I'm here. I'm super excited to be here to talk to you about body confidence. Now, what is body confidence, right? So body confidence is about us just loving ourselves just the way we are, with our flaws, with our fluffiness, with no fluffiness, tall, our skin tone, our teeth, our hair, our bodies, our thighs, our stretch marks, right? It's all those things. Whatever you're thinking about today, that's what we're talking about. And we're going to be talking about that moving forward in this group, because my passion is, one, just being overall mentally healthy, because I've been in a depression state of mind before. And when I was a younger teenager, I had attempted suicide, so I know I know what depression is like, and I know what those triggers feel like. Not fun. And thank God I've matured. I have Jesus in my life, and I also am just more bold and confident now. And I know better, right? I know better. But I want a mental state of mind that's calming and confident, and I want a body to match that mind, and I want a body and mind that match the success that I'm having in my business, right? How many of you guys can relate to that? I'm just curious. How many of you guys sometimes feel like you're sick and tired of your body just not matching your success in life or in business? So give me a hands up or a thumbs up if you can relate to that. I would love to know if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live. If you're not, then that's great. And what is it about your body that you're like have questions on? Because I want to dive into that, and I want to kind of extend this series with questions that you guys have about our bodies, right? So what is it that you can improve on? And we're going to talk about that. So, but first, our bodies are foremost, it's a reflection on who we are, but it's more on what's in the inside, because what's on the inside comes out on the outside, right? So if you love yourself enough on the inside, you probably want to make those changes on the outside, right? You want the outside to match the inside. Joanne, thank you for your input. I appreciate that. And it's sometimes it's hard to fathom, right? Like, we even know better, right? We know that maybe smaller portions, healthier choices, just moving our bodies. And when I dive into this conversation, guys, I'm not expecting people to go like hardcore to the gym, a bikini competitor that I'm doing. I'm not speaking about that, because people look at me and they're like, I'm not trying to do that, Gina. I'm like, girl, I'm not trying to talk you into doing what I'm doing, because this is me. I want you, and that's what I'm passionate about in my programs. I help women and support women be the best version of them, mind and body. I don't just do body. I can't just do body. I can't just help people in business. In fact, when I started my Bold Confidence LLC and incorporation and my empire and helping clients and hiring clients, is all about business. All that's amazing. But what I came to find out with all these professionals is they had a problem with their body and the way they looked, and they were all trying to get fit. They just wanted to feel comfortable in their clothes, right? They're like, I just want to feel confident so I can get out more and do more. But I want to remind you that the first tip is within you, being confident about who you are. There's things about me, guys, that I don't like, right? But you know what? God created me the way I am for who I am. And if there's things about me that I can change and can control, then I'm going to do that. So I would like to look good and want to. Yes, right? Joanne, I can relate. I mean, people probably look at me and think, oh, Gina, you're crazy. Oh my God, 3 kids later, and my kids are older. All I wanted was to get out of a tankini or a skirt bikini. Let me tell you, I was just like, what I would do, swimsuit day or going to the pool with my kids was always a hot mess for me. It's always cover up. I mean, I was always in the tankini and the skirt, or maybe the boy shorts. I felt comfortable in the shorts and a tankini with it. And even when we go to the lake, because in Oklahoma, it's all about going to the lake. So I can totally relate to just wanting to feel good and look good again, especially at 50, right? So one of those things is, first, I want you guys, the first tip, if you guys really want to make some slight changes, I want you to do this on your own. But write a list of things about your body. Make a list of those things about your body that you think of about your body, okay? So let's say you write down that list, right? Note to self, make a list of all the things about your body that you like, don't like. Just write it all down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the positive and negatives, and you're going to look at that. And then you're going to evaluate what is the ones that I can change, right? And, you know, there's some things that you probably can change but don't want to change, right? 56 is never too late, sister. Life just gets started. Now, Joanne, you can probably say, yes, life just gets started after 50. Like friends of mine that are turning 40, they're like, oh my God, I'm 40. And I'm like, dude, life is just getting started at 40, and at 50, it's another level. Like what you know now, you wish you knew when you were 40, right? We always say in our 40s, oh, what I know now, what I would changed in my 30s, right? But it's a vicious cycle that we can continue on decade after decade, right? So let's talk about right now in our bodies. Let's make that list about our bodies and look at the positive and negatives and make the changes that we can change. But ultimately, as I mentioned earlier, if you're hopping on, is loving yourself right where you're at. Loving yourself for who you are, right? For how God's created you, because you wouldn't be who you are today without going through the struggles, the pain, the adversity, the life struggles, the things that are going to happen, that happen to you. And honestly, quite frankly, let's be real. There's always going to be something that's going to get in the way of our goals and achieving the things that we want. Always, right? So if you go into the mindset of like, I really want to start, but I'm scared, or I really want to get back to the gym or exercise, and you start and something comes up, then just like you would if you were on a mission with your children and helping them, or if you're on a mission in your business and you have a goal, you're not going to stop. You're just going to maybe delay it or fight over that obstacle and keep moving forward. It's an easy concept, right? It's kind of one of those like, well, I know that, but I can't, I'm still stuck. And that's a whole other topic. And those are things that we talk about in my Bikini Bold program. But today I'm going to stay on track. So the 3 tips that I have for you is 1, make a list about your body, the positive and negatives, look at them. And along with that, know that you've got to love yourself right where you're at, right where your flaws are at. All right. So you're going to take a look at your body as number 1. And that's that list that you're going to make, because that influences the way you think, and how you think becomes the reality. So are you thinking, oh, I'm embarrassed. Oh, I don't look good in this. Catch the things that you're saying, because the thoughts are the end result. So your thoughts create that behavior, that create that action, that creates that end result, right? There's quotes all over Instagram and on Google about that, but it's true. So if you're thinking bad about yourself before you even step out your front door for the day, what kind of confidence does that bring to you? And how do people look at you? Not that we care what people see, but we want that confidence presence, right? Don't you guys want that feeling when you walk in the room, like, I feel good about myself and I'm confident for who I am. If I'm 20 pounds overweight or if I'm 100 pounds overweight, I feel confident in who I am because I know who I am. And that's where you should start, is identifying who you are and who you are through Christ and who you are within yourself, because that's all that matters, right? And the thoughts that you think will create the end result. So that's the part of changing your thought process, kind of being aware of how you're thinking about your body, which is why I want you to do number 1, to write it down, because it is a game changer on writing that down. Okay, so number 2, I like these. Number 2 is, let me scroll back up. I missed it. It's back up here. Okay, yeah, here we are. Number 2 is find out who you are. So you are not your body, right? You are not your body. A lot of people think that we are what our body is, right? Like the way we look is who we are. No. So you are a person, you're a great person, and who happens to have a body, right? So if you want to grab a pen and paper, you can write a list of the things of who you are. Are you a good friend? Are you a caring mother? Are you a math whiz? Do you make people laugh? Are you quiet and to yourself and you like to read? You know, what are those things that are you? Because that's you. Your body is not you. So the more you read like your list of the things of who you are, the more positive you'll feel about yourself. And you are beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are. And the sooner you admit that, the better. So let me repeat that. Your body is not you. So what happens to be you is the things that are about you, right? The good things that are about you that you're writing down. That's part of this program is writing down the things that who you are. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you successful? Are you a realtor? Are you a boss babe? Are you into health and wellness? Are you fitness? Are you a reader? Do you like people? Do you love dogs and animals? And what is it that's you? Do you like to read? Do you like to go to coffee shops? Do you like to sit with yourself? Do you like hot baths? Do you like, even being by yourself and an introvert is good. It's healthy. Like some people think that's like a bad thing, but it's not. So remember that. Your body is not you, but who you are is you. All right. Okay. And then the next thing is the last third tip, and we can probably talk about this all day long, but I'm going to do a 4 series up until even my last week in Vegas. I'm going to have guest speakers. I'm going to ask my bikini girls, and Meredith is on here. I'm going to ask my bikini girls. Hopefully we can do a quick live for you guys and coffee talk and share what it's like to be disciplined and what is it like to be motivated into your health goals. What does that look like? And how would that look like for you? We're going to talk about that on the 4th week. So this is a 4-week series. So last tip is don't look at the number on the scale. So it's always, I tell my Bikini Bold group to always, hey Meredith, to always like get a base. Yes, get on the scale, weigh yourself, do your measurements, take a picture. Let's do the things, right? We need to like really look at the reality. It's kind of like a business plan. Would you go into your business without looking at the foundation and then looking at what goals what of the foundation you need to change and what does that look like moving forward, your timeline? No, you would never run a business like you would never wing it, right? And a lot of times with my program, a lot of the women are thinking, I don't think they're thinking they're going to wing it, but nobody wants to get on the scale and nobody wants to talk about it. So I will say we do get on the scale the first time, but then after that, we have that base, but looking at the scale is healthy, but most people mentally cannot handle it. So it's important to like kind of remove the scale and the numbers. And I'm a testament because last year I actually have just lost 11 pounds. It's really freaky. And Meredith saw me yesterday and she's like, I can't even tell that you lost 11 pounds. But that's at a different capacity and goal that I was trying to achieve. So I'd already burned a lot of fat and trying to gain muscle right now. But don't look at the scale when you are in a new lifestyle. You want to portion control and look towards the things that you can control. So I just want to remind you of that. And next week, we're going to talk about body confidence. And I really want us to take a look at the thoughts that we have about our body and the things that we're doing about it. But also, I'm going to put a survey and get your guys' input on what topics you want to talk about. So if you're thinking of a topic now that you want to talk about, because you may not want to talk about what I want to talk about. So then I want to talk about and help you where you're at. So go ahead and put your questions in here that you would like to have as a topic. But I'm also going to do a survey so you guys can give your input on what you want to talk about as far as body confidence. Because we can talk about this probably all day. But I really am passionate about body confidence, body, and then how do we really love ourselves? Because I think how we look at ourselves and love ourselves, what does that really mean and look like? And are we being enough for ourselves? Because I know in my conversations with my Bikini Bold program and in my business masterminds, we always round up to the same topic. And that's, what do we really do to love ourselves? And are we saying yes to us? Are we truly saying yes to us? Meaning, can you say no to your family because you got to put yourself first? That's getting deep because there's a lot of women in my group are like, no, I have to put my husband, or I've got to stop things when my kid needs something. And I'm like, okay, well, my son's 16. There's a lot of things he can wait on, right? And I know some of you guys have smaller children, but there's things that you can do about that too as far as getting help. And of course you can't tell your 2-year-old no, But for the most part, you know what I'm talking about. Saying no to other people is hard, right? In order for you to say yes to yourself, right? How about just saying yes to yourself to take the steps to having your best mind and body? So let's end with that. What would it look like to you to have your best mind and body? If you knew in 2 years, you had like the best, like mentally you were all there and feeling joyful and happy and just confident when you walked in the room, and your body was the best body you can have. Let's say in 2 years you could have that. What would that look like for you? What would you do for that? Right? And that's the tough question, because some women are like, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I have the guts, the courage, the discipline, the confidence to do that. And I want to stop you right there and tell you you can. And that's where you have to start, is stop talking bad about yourself and stop saying the negative things, because remember, your thoughts become your true reality. Okay, that's it for the day. I'm going to enjoy my coffee because I already got my first workout in, and I just got home a little bit ago, and I want my coffee really bad. So happy Friday, guys. I'm going to put a survey out. I appreciate you guys being here. See you next Friday.